mostly that is why I ended up deciding to say, I'm not going to get married, but I'm just going to sleep with whoever that I want to sleep with. That is why I said the other day, when it comes to body count, I might have slept with maybe more than 1,000 women. I've lost the count. Yeah.
And this was all giving back
and
to
this was
whoever-
all, and mostly all the women that I've slept with. Maybe some of them will watch this. There's normally one normal routine that I've always done with most of them. I've always kept a white towel. And after the intercourse, I always use the white towel to wipe their private part. And then I always keep the towel. I've done this to most of them, you see, and it was part of the ritual.
Hello, gorgeous people. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Uncensored with Rombi. All right, guys, I just want to say shout out to everybody who decided to hang out with me. I think I just want to say to people who recently subscribed to this channel, thank you so much for joining the family. And just make sure that your bell is on, because every time I drop a video, you'll be notified. And then for those that I just passed through for the first time, I just want to ask you to really stay by making sure that you subscribe to the channel and also turn on the notification button so that at least we can keep on playing together. Okay, so let me tell you one thing about me is that I'm really a follower of Jesus Christ. Why I didn't want to call myself a Christian, because I know people would want me to say Christian. I feel like it's a religion that is messed up, especially in this era. But I love to follow Jesus, because following Jesus is very personal. It's really about a relationship, and that's what I find fulfilling. That's what I find satisfying. So I just want to encourage you, if you are in the church, to really pursue to have a relationship with your Father. It's such an incredible space to be. All right, so once it's said and done, let's talk about two men that really caught everyone's attention recently. Why I want to say two, because I know the other one was literally like an Usher, but I'm talking about Chris Okafor and Jay Israel. So you know, Chris Okafor had a conference in Zimbabwe, and drama happened really at the airport. To me, that was the most scripted drama ever. Take a look.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'd like to believe that we've got.
All right, guys, so you've seen that video. This video literally stirred controversy on Twitter. I had people talking about it. I did post it because I wanted to hear people's views and also just understand the reaction, especially from men than women. And men were completely disgusted with the behavior of those men that you saw. But here is how this kingdom works. So I told you I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, and one of the things that I do is I really want to understand what's going on in the spiritual world. And I'm glad to tell you that everything that you see in the physical, right, it has a spiritual hand behind it. So two kingdoms that controls life. Two. Number one kingdom is the kingdom of the devil. And the other kingdom is the kingdom of God. So it's the kingdom of good, kingdom of greatness, of peace, of love, of joy. And on the other side is where there's so much pain, excruciating pain, hatred, greedy, poverty, selfishness. Anything that has nothing to do with peace is found in the kingdom of Satan. But unfortunately, the devil is the God of this world. Because now whenever you're asking questions, why is this happening? Why is this happens? Why is God not doing anything? Because God knows that the devil is the God of this world. So you are there to make a choice. But now going back to Okafor and J. Israel. I know Okafor once been blocked by Mugabe to come to Zimbabwe because he's well-known fake prophet. A story for another day. But I want to focus and camp on my brother, J. Israel. You know him. He's originally from Zimbabwe, from Bulawayo, and he moved to South Africa, it says because he was running away from something that didn't go well in Zim based on his rituals. So let's talk about the kingdom that he used to serve. I don't know if he does now, but I assume he still do. Because why? I'm going to prove that a bit later. So he came to Johannesburg and he was following up after all these satanic gods.
If there were other people who were there as well, they might not have been able to see what I saw because of what was done to my eyes first before I had to see it. Because when it comes to these things of rituals, mostly it's you who sees it.
Yeah.
Nobody else will see.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So from there, there's a lot that happened in my life. There's a lot that changed. I almost got married, I think, twice or three times.
Wait,
Yes.
J. Israel, the heartbreaker.
Yeah, I almost got married twice or three times. You can look it up. You can look up my first engagement. I think it was in 2015. Yeah, it was. I think the first engagement was around 2015. Yeah, I got engaged. I proposed. I bought a ring. I think that ring was about 100 and something thousand rands, and I proposed on my birthday. Yes. That engagement only lasted for a couple of months, probably 2 or 3 months, and then I called it off. The second time again it happened, I almost got married. I introduced someone to the church, and then I realized, let me pull out again. You see. So I was not supposed to commit. I was not supposed to get married because already I was married in the spirit. A mermaid is a very jealous kind of being.
So I think in a nutshell, when he laid the foundation, it was all about greedy. So it's greedy and the craviness of power. And I've seen most young people rolling themselves into this kingdom because of greedy, lack of patience. They don't believe in the process. They want the power, but they are not equipped. So, anointing, if it's not handled well, can turn to a curse. So God can call you into his kingdom, but now you need to wait for commissioning. But I think young people know that God has called them, but they don't know when he commissions them. So they rush before the time. And then that anointing turns to a curse because they're going to end up with the wrong people because the enemy can see their desperation. Remember? The devil is roaming to and from, seeking for who he can devour, and finds you in your greedy position. So every person who is desperate, ask me, I've been in desperate positions and I made the worst decisions in my life that I regret to ever did, but because I was desperate. Yeah, so this is why the enemy pushes you to a desperation. And then you make that stupid decision. Then you go down worse than the way that you were before. So I teach you to be patient. It's very important. It's got a word in the kingdom of Satan. Now, fast forward, he is worshipping now the marine kingdom. And we have heard how most of women are not operating from that kingdom. But I want to show you a video of a lady who calls herself the goddess of water, so you guys can understand how the marine kingdom works. Take a listen.
Spiritual people, especially Marines like you, why is sex a major tool of distraction for you? Majority of Marines that are sent on mission to destroy men or destroy people, they do so through sexual encounter. Why is it so?
It is so because sex has come to ruin this world. Yes, some of the men today, they don't control themselves. They can use sex to get them some people that are greedy. When you are greedy in your life, you think you can get anything, you can use any woman at any time. They are greedy enough. That is why it is men. That is the main thing. The Marines, the bad ones, used to catch them at any time they want. They know when they open it for them, they will enter. They think some of them will say, "Let me just do whatever I want to do with this one and go." But then know that they are putting their life into danger. You can't just see any woman out there and think you can ruin their life. And think you can just sleep with her and dump her that way. It is not done. Because you yourself, when you are having sex with someone, you're connecting yourself. Sex is like connecting yourself. You're having a covenant with that person. Yes, sex is a covenant.
It's a covenant.
So people don't know. You and the person are having a covenant. So if you are having a bad covenant about me, and me, I'm giving you a good thought, what will you think it to happen? Me, I already know whatever you're doing in life will not progress if you are having a bad thought towards me.
I see. So your queen and king select the beautiful women and push them out into the world on a bad mission through using sex. Because once the lady is beautiful, fair skin, sweet, men will easily fall for them.
They will
and
easily
majority
fall,
of them become prostitutes.
Why they did that? Because men in the world today has been ruining so many of their life. Some of them, when they come to the world, they deceive them not to go back.
Oh, some men are able to deceive these marine spirits not to go back.
Some will come and fall in love
and stay
back. They are deceived, and the queen will become angry because I sent it to a mission.
Yeah.
To do something, and you went there and fall in love. That is not what I asked you to do. Some of them go to other spiritual people to do work on their head for them to, and that is why we use sex to hold them. Some of them, not all.
Not all of them.
Not all.
So when the queen gets angry because someone came and fell in love, what does she do? What punishment does the queen met out to such?
You experience financial crisis. Things will not be going. You will not find life easy. Sometimes you start behaving like a madman. You start behaving as if things, you will know that things, really, if someone see you will know that things, sometimes you will not be normal. Your sense will be coming in and it will be going out. You will be as if you're normal today, tomorrow you are not normal.
That's how crazy it is.
So I just want to talk to some of my girls who really believe in dating men for money. Like they want stuff, material things, to be given money, buying this expensive stuff. Just know there are now men and women who are operating from this kingdom. So how the marine kingdom works is that it will give you everything that you want in life. Everything. If it's fame, you have it. If it's money, luxury, cars, anything that you want of this world. Remember, Jesus was offered the same. When he came down from the mountain to pray, the devil said, "Come over here. If you worship me, I'll give you everything that you want." But Jesus Christ, because he's a man of wisdom, he knew that he already has everything. This is what I want to tell you. You guys already have everything that you need. Everything is there. Zimbabwe is a rich country. It has everything. So your challenge is not, do you have what it takes? The challenge is, do you know how to possess it? Or do you know how to safeguard what the Lord has given you? That should be the question that you all need to answer. Now, the woman initiated into the kingdom of Satan. She went through hell because the marine kingdom will give you everything, but it comes with a cost.
With you, yeah, like fully. He was there.
Could you say no to him sometimes, or it was just like okay, take
everything? It was just like, you think, I love this person, I trust this person. Even sometimes when things didn't make sense to me, the fact that, like, as you know, he used to do cocaine. I'm not a person who judges anybody, but you know, for a pastor, if maybe a pastor says they smoke,
And God will tell you. Oh, yes. All right. Now I'm very worried about them. Now. Okay. So he used to have a habit.
yeah, he always used to do his cocaine, and I'm like, oh, okay, if that's how you cope with life, okay, I can't judge you. I'm no one to judge you. So, okay. And then there were many other things that didn't make sense to me. But like I was saying, like after that incident happened, a lot of stuff felt strange. I felt like a weird energy around me all the time. I felt like I was uneasy. I felt like I was being watched all the time. I felt like just like scared. And I kept having dreams of snakes all the time, constantly, like I would wake up in a panic and
Lots of snakes.
yeah, I just like all these kinds of different snakes. Sometimes it was snakes in a tank that were like in water, and I'm like looking at them and like they're trying to attack me. And then a lot of the time it was like I'm trying to save, I don't know why, but I used to dream of saving puppies. Like these puppies were being sacrificed to these snakes, and I'm there like saving these puppies, like no. And like weird dreams of snakes all the time. And I didn't tell Jay this for a while. So there was a time I went to Durban and surprised him. Like it wasn't a surprise because he knew on my phone, because I kept saying to my friend, like, I'm going to Durban, I'm going to surprise him. But like, he acted surprised, and then I pitched up in Durban. I was there with him for a while, like a few days. And like we had an argument, like things started getting bad between us.
Remember, the moment you sow your soul to the devil, he's in control. In other words, is you move as per his instructions. And most people don't know, or people avoid not to hear the truth. You move according to his instructions. So it's controlling every move that you make. If it tells you, he can tell you that he had body count of about 1,000. He said he slept with 1,000 women. And trust me, he's not lying. And most of you are shocked. No, because that is the goal of the marine kingdom, is to ruin the world. But one thing I'm going to say, especially to my brothers who think that, oh, my sex is just so cheap. And I give an example of South Africa. And there are so many men who cross the border, I mean, from different countries. And when they came here, they realized that, oh my God, sex is so easy to find. Because, I mean, you can sleep with whoever you want, right? You're not just sleeping with people. You're sleeping with spirits. There are so many of you who are called for higher purpose. You had your goals and your vision. But the moment you start following after strange women, you slept with one person, the second one, the third one, you completely lost yourself. You were not just sleeping with the people. You were sleeping with spirits. I want you to take this. It will help you. It will free you from satanic holds. That you are not just sleeping with a person, because the marine kingdom's goal is they want to destroy you. These people, when they sleep with you, they're taking your sperms. They're taking your womanhood. Some they're collecting your wombs back to the marine kingdom so they can sacrifice for more money and more rituals. It's a satanic world. So you have to be wiser. But fast forward. This is the same man who have lived his life. Now the question I'm having, and then he got sick and people thought he was actually dead. You know, remember the news came out, and let me tell you, I cried in my house. Cried. I could not eat when I heard that this Israel had passed. And one of the statement I said to my family was, we failed him. That was my statement, because I thought, oh my God, this guy was crying for help. Taking cocaine, and as he told you that he was, the girlfriend told you that this guy literally takes cocaine, like drugs. It's because he's trying to cope. You can't serve the devil and leave, y'all. If you are planning of going after these gods, it's not as easy as you think. You will have to live according to the devil's instructions.